Having your rosin working well is critical for any bass player, and today I want to share a fantastic tip that I learned from San Francisco bassist Steve Tramontozzi.
It's flat rosin.
I had been seeing Steve do this at the Symphony for the last few years, and I was curious, flat rosin, why would that be a thing? Steve does it with pops in this video, but you can do it with any rosin, and today we're doing it with the rosin from today's sponsor, Upton Bass. This is their Maple Plus. I have been loving this rosin. I brought it with me to Europe for a bass festival, and it came back in a very interesting shape because of all the melting in Europe and on the way back, so I thought perfect opportunity to take a cake of rosin that's still working well and test out this flat rosin method.
Rosin is an organic material, and therefore when it's exposed to air, it loses a lot of moisture content and eventually becomes brittle and dry. And so in this video I will show you how to virtually reduce rosin's exposure to air and therefore prolong the life of the rosin in its optimum form. I've done this with different rosins. Today I'm going to show you how to do it with pops, and you can do it with all the other rosins if you so choose. First of all, get yourself a food storage bag, and you'll want to cut it so you'll have a single sheet that will be about 8 to 9 inches square, like this, which is about 20 to 25 centimeters. So then I will take the rosin out of the package and then remove the wax paper that is being held in completely. I will put the rosin in the center of this plastic, and important to fold it in a square-like pattern. So like that, and it's back over that way, and then this way, and then subsequently this way. So now you have this cake that's surrounded by plastic. Now at this point, what you want to do is you want to put it in your pocket and let it warm up with your body heat.
It's flat rosin. It's flat rosin. It's rosin in my pocket.
After some time, this cake will get flatter and flatter and flatter, and it will look somewhat round. And so what you do is you periodically take it out of your pocket and refold it, but refold it in a square manner like that as much as possible. And eventually you'll get it to look like this, which is, I just took this out of my pocket so you can see how flexible, soft it is. And so this is a full cake of pops rosin. And it's important to fold it at some point for use by placing an edge of it about 1/4 of an inch or a centimeter or less below the edge, open edge of the rosin, so that when you do rosin it, you have a nice straight and clean edge to rosin your bow. Then after doing so, fold it carefully like that, as tight as possible. Again, folding it in a square pattern like this. And then you've sealed most of the oxygen out. And feel free to keep it in your pocket as long as you want. It will always be ready for use. Or if you are anticipating practicing or playing, you can put it in your pocket for about 20 minutes before you play, and it should be in a soft, malleable form to rosin. And after time, it'll get smaller and smaller. So here's a smaller version of my pops rosin that's I've been using for several months, and so you can see that it's a very clean edge to the top there. And so if your rosin gets so thin, in this flat form, You can fold it over. It's so soft you can fold it over and then just refold all the plastic on it and keep it in a useful form that way.
So I flattened this out yesterday. It has been in my pocket off and on yesterday and today. It is starting to develop that flat edge that Steve is talking about. It was quite round when I started, and then I've just been taking it out and refolding it. It'll probably get even flatter over time, but I really like the idea of this. And one of the things that I think is the coolest about this method is that you have this line of rosin. I was actually just chatting with Steve about this last week at the Symphony, and the thing with, regardless of what rosin you're using, if you have a cake of rosin, there's a little bit less consistency to the shape. That's just the nature of the beast. The way that I typically put rosin on when we're dealing with pops or Upton, anything in a container like this, is I take away a little bit of the corner and I go from the corner here, but you can just tell this is like a little bit of a varied edge, and then the rosin, even if I put it in my pocket like Steve recommends for this, it's not warming up in the same way or evenly, so you're just naturally getting a little bit less consistency. When you flatten it like this, you've got the surface area all across your body, so it's warming up at the same rate. And then, like Steve describes, you have this kind of like cool edge to rosin. This is my first experiment. And this is some good sticky rosin, so I did not need to leave it in my pocket for very long to get it to the consistency that I want. Moment of truth. Ooh. I like that a lot. That feels just like I like my rosin on the bow. Nice, good bite, but I'm not really getting any buildup. I like that method. I'm gonna keep using it. And if you wanna learn more about rosin, check out what we've got linked up. We'll see you there.
It's flat rosin. It's flat rosin. It's rosin in my pocket. It's flat rosin. It's flat rosin. It's flat and it's in my pocket. In the pocket. It's my rosin. It's flat and it's in my pocket. It's flat and it's in my pocket. It's my rosin. It's flat rosin. It's not round. Now it's flat. It's nice and fat. Like my cat. It's flat rosin. Rosin in my pocket. In the pocket. It's flat rosin.